Yeah. And this was our first game of the season. We kicked it off with these two, and now we're finally getting a return to form. Or I think this is our first like matchup that's gone like that's a repeat for the season. So again, everyone will play everyone in the league at least once, and I think we'll see some additional matchups from your Commissioner's Cup groups before we get through those. Before we get to the end of the season, as we're gonna be kicking things off with the Ivysaur up against the Palu.
I love how you don't even say Pokemon Trainer at this point. You just say Ivysaur.
I know, it's an Ivysaur. Like, Fate of the World, give me Ivysaur. I'm serious.
I'm pretty sure you also, like, explicitly select Ivysaur to start, because you can do that. You could just pick who you want to start it with.
Yeah.
Not a counter yet. I'm looking at the timer, and I'm looking for when he uses his first counter. It hasn't happened yet. I'm surprised. I thought it would definitely be before the first 20 seconds.
I mean, Ivysaur is just one of those characters where there's not that much to counter, I feel. There's nothing that has a real extensive wind-up.
There it is.
We are going to see it 30 seconds, so if you're over on Kalshi was for 30 seconds. Might be getting a bit of a payout. Wow, what a hold as the roll down comes through. And the Palu takes stock number 1. Another counter. I mean, the Palu has been the strongest character we've seen from the Commissioner, from the How Many Stocks roster, so certainly not surprised to see it already off to a hot start. But also for Cobalt Guard, this does just feel a little bit slower than we're used to seeing him.
Yeah.
But although he's played a game today, he's cold on this character, and he's going up against How Many Stocks is arguably strongest character, so I feel like he's doing a little bit more work to try and feel out the matchup.
You know, I think How Many Stocks would take that as a compliment, you calling Palutena one of his arguably his best character. Just because I don't think he'd see it that way. I think this is a character he just started picking up, like maybe a few months ago. I think Team 7 could attest to that a little more. Never mind, Team 7 is not here.
No, I mean, I think he's more, he's more well known for characters like Steve, but sometimes when you pick up someone new and you get this kind of like Dunning-Kruger effect of like confidence in something you're picking up for the first time, and I feel like he's been making the most out of that, even though his record for the league doesn't show it yet.
Yo, what is
Tilted Toby, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it, as we are having our last match of the night. Thank you so much for swinging on in. As for everyone who's just joining, we've got How Many Stocks, our glorious Commissioner, up against the Cobalt Guard. Cobalt Guard taking a loss earlier today. How Many Stocks taking a loss all season as he's looking to turn that one around. And so far, he's off to a good start. Goes very, very deep, but Palu's recovery going to be a nice way back into this one. As we see the dance, we see a bit of a counter, and now at this moment, even though, I was going to say, the Ivysaur is at very high percent, expecting to go down, always have to worry if you're going to see some edge guarding shenanigans from the Pokemon, but now it really is, can the commish clean it on up here? Can he just get that game number 1 and get the ball, rolling?
Close counter. Yeah, the Palu's just look really, really strong thus far. I mean, he's coming out with a lot of good options. He's prioritizing his aerials in like a very good way. He's calling out a lot of the moves that Cobalt Guard is going for. But yeah, that up air is strong. So it's going to even out the stocks, where How Many Stocks has just a 42% lead here.
Yeah, and that is not too much, but he has looked very, very strong. It has just been taking the lead in all of these stocks, but that last sequence from the Ivysaur feels like he was finally getting comfortable on the character, whereas the Palu does look like she's fishing for options just a little bit more. And here, I think if you are the Commissioner, you are just trying to slow down a little bit, get a little guaranteed damage. Now you've already fallen behind. That lead you had to start the stock, it's gone.
Yeah, now we're just about even, right? We see them going back and forth, and it's really just about who's going to convert here into like their killing blow.
And I've got to say, I feel like the odds are leaning more and more towards Cobalt Guard just for that kill confirm you know, we know how good he is on the Ivysaur at finding these confirmations, is going to swap over just for the extra end lag, and now maybe just wants to have those extra smash options. But great counter on the charge. Surprised that didn't do more, honestly.
Oh my god, what a long
the
counter.
Charizard is just very, very heavy.
Dude.
Wow. Fly off the top of the stage,
that was
just the same, as that's an opener for the Palutena.
Gave up on Ivysaur last minute.
I was about to say, that's the last time he's going to go and change the Charizard at the end of the stock.
I think it was because Ivysaur is a lot lighter and can get killed easier, and so with Charizard being heavy, he has a better chance of staying alive. Like Ivysaur would have died to that counter right there.
Yep.
But that up air is killing anybody.
But
like 120.
And I'm gonna play that replay again because there's very small things that you notice in these kind of things. That side B, because it's placed perfectly, it forces the air dodge, which then allows the Palutena to just say, okay, you have no air dodge, I'm just gonna up air and you die. You know, so that side B, even though it doesn't hit, it does all the work for him.
Yeah.
Strong start from the commish. We love to see it.
That's what we wanted.
Charizard is blasphemy. Bad omen.
I expect a Terry here.
Yeah.
Or Steve.
So,
It either or. It makes you think. Does it depend on what Cobalt Guard picks? You know, if you pick Byleth, do you want to play something more like in their face, like a Terry? It doesn't matter because they're not playing either one of those characters. It's gonna be
A couple of fishing rods.
I was gonna say, I think if you're blind
fishing
picking, it's
rod.
always the Steve. I think you're always blind picking the Steve if you can, and you do want the Terry, I think, into the Byleth because you are maybe a little bit heavier, and you can get in his face. But I think against something like the Isabel, you're just in pain if you are the Terry. I think that
that's true.
The Steve does give you quite a few more options. I really am just worried about the Rocket game and whether or not it is gonna, you know, how it's gonna come out. But something else we've got to see in this matchup. Both of them have fishing rods, so we'll have to see who gets the catch of the day. And so far, it's been a very even showing for the two.
Catch of the day is good. Sometimes, Turbo, you just come up with these one-liners, and it just makes us all laugh. And I hope you realize that is like what we live for.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
Left Turbo.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do
Anvil.
love my silly little moments. It's what honestly, it's what we live for on the broadcast desk is when we get to do those moments. So I greatly appreciate it. I hope everyone in chat appreciates it as well. And already, right there. I mean, look at that minecart actually being used to shut down the rocket and send the Isabel into it, but also jumping into the rocket's not gonna be the best. As we're gonna see so far, it is Steve on the menu with a great finish with the fishing rod.
No diamonds for the second stock. So often we see how many stocks with the diamonds are available for the second stock, but instead it's just cobblestone, which, I mean, it really isn't that much better than wood, really. Wow, and that minecart, that interaction is weird because it sends the Isabel on the little knockback, and minecart will take it at 137. Still no diamonds. No diamonds. There it is.
There it is. It is.
It's like the
Does he
meme
want
of the
him
guy
to
that just
stock
barely stops before he finds the diamonds,
Yeah.
but eventually does get. Oh, eventually does get him.
Gets caught on the way back. Great use there, but so far I have loved just the use of the minecart as an option for the Steve here because it has just been shutting down the rocket game. It's made it so that, I mean, honestly, it's felt like Cobalt Guard hasn't been going for as many rocket drops just because he hasn't had that confirmation. But once again, we're going to see the fishing rod to the top of the stage, and it is the Isabel who keeps catching this Steve off guard. And now with the diamonds in hand, doesn't look like it's making too much of a difference right now. Space game is just being played incredibly well by the Isabel. And even though the commissioner starting to dance, starting to build a little bit more, he still needs so much to get this game back under control.
Whoa, and that's the first time we've seen the up smash. The first time we've seen the up smash come out, and just like that, you got to be careful though if you are. How many stocks with the diamond forward smash at ledge?
Wow.
There you go.
62%, I believe the Isabel was at.
Yeah, something close to that. Again, really don't need much when you are
Can't
so
get it.
light and there are those diamonds, but we almost saw it once again. Just the grab. That fishing rod has been the real kryptonite
Jesus.
for
That's
this
that.
Steve. And once
The
again,
dangle
there
was
he
crazy.
is. As it was the Isabel who proved to be the superior fisherman and was finding a lot of Steve. So now we're back to even. The Isabel, one of the more difficult characters to deal with off the roster for Cobalt Guard. Steve getting a little time to warm up as well. So we're at 1-1. I think we're probably going to see the Steve again unless there's a Terry counter pick for a particular matchup. But, you know, we've got the Byleth, we've got the Snake, and we've got the Ike as well that we haven't seen so far in this match. Do we think that we're going to the edges, or is the Ivysaur maybe coming back?
I don't think we see the Ivysaur again. I think if anything, we'll see the Ike. I think the Ike could be pretty good into a Terry, just because Terry's a little slower, and if you're an Ike and you can get him into those combos, especially off stage, I think you could punish him pretty well. I think the Byleth is also just who he's very comfortable on. So I don't think you really see anyone outside those two for Cobalt, and the Steve and the Terry for how many stocks.
Yeah, the Ike would be a great matchup against the Terry with the long reach of like a lot of those aerials, right? He's not going to get hit by some of the stuff that Terry's putting out. And I think same with the Byleth, right? You know, those forward air and back air have ton of reach, and, you know, being able to space with the neutral B, the bow. It would be fun to see the Snake. I think we did see a strong
That's exactly
showing
what I was gonna say.
at the beginning of the season with the Snake. Yeah.
I'd like to
So
see
it would be fun to see. But I do agree with Andre that I think the Byleth and the Ike are likely who we're going to see to try and close out the series.
Snake is 2-0. One of the 3 undefeated characters, I think maybe 4 undefeated characters in the league. But as you said, we haven't seen him very often. Maybe he just doesn't really enjoy playing them as much. Or maybe not as comfortable. But, I mean, we know he's comfortable with the Byleth, so...
I do like the Steve continuing into the Byleth, right? Because you can block those projectiles with your blocks.
Yep.
Already having a lot of space to mine, taking advantage of that. I'm glad that we're not seeing, you know, any stifling of the aggression from the commissioner on this Steve, right? Like that last matchup, definitely not getting in his head, I think, one bit, as he has just been holding the space incredibly well. He's saying, "Walk up to me, I'm gonna slap you with a pickaxe."
I love it because he's putting the block down, and the Byleth's like, "I'm gonna run up to you," and he's like, "Back off," and I'm just gonna keep mining, and maybe, hopefully, this stock, I'll get diamonds before, you know, my 3rd stock or the end of my 2nd stock. Oh, but this like
good
that's a
call
good
out.
read.
Yeah. Now it is just trying to find that opportunity to either take this stock or at the very least be able to put down your crafting table and, you know, craft into that iron. But I mean, this has just been a great pressure game to keep that from happening. Really does seem like he's just trying to find those diamonds right away. But
I was gonna say, I'm surprised we don't see that up smash more
Yeah.
often when someone's trying to make their way over the
No
blocks.
anvil, but it works.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So still no diamond. We have some gold on the menu.
He does have
Now
an
he's just gonna walk.
iron sword. Oh.
oh, no, he's still going to be all right there. But pressure plate dropped, so could see a walk up. But it does look like
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh.
Oh, tech it? No tech.
Yeah, I would say rolled the wrong way. And this, again, this matchup was looking pretty good for the Steve. At the very least, even at the start. Finally going to get those diamonds.
Oh, jumps into
and
it.
will stay alive for a moment, sent away by the bow. And
Yeah, those
you know, this
coordinates
did look
to
like
get his
great
diamonds back.
opportunity, but I mean, really, just from that TNT, it's been awkward since.
Wow.
I would love to see how many stocks go for that down tilt off the stage with the fire dropping down. I think
Especially
it'd
on
be
the
really
grab.
good against Byleth with the tether grab.
Oh,
That's a good call.
That was kind of nice.
yeah, kind of cute. Didn't mind that option one bit, but certainly have not seen as many anvils as we wanted,
Okay.
and there's one we needed.
Diamonds again, though. In case he needs them.
Yeah, I was gonna say the diamonds are still holding
Oh,
out
oh.
strong. It seems
Pardon
for the
me?
moment, and gonna see another batch of TNT dropped, and not able to time the grab, not able to get anything extra.
Oh!
The
Wow. I
Ooh.
was almost not sure if he was
Nice
gonna make
catch.
it, and then he got picked up.
And he's low on mats
Did
too.
barely
Only
make
have
it,
iron.
but he's just been getting hit time after time again. As you mentioned, there's not much to build with. Having to use the iron blocks doesn't feel great when, you know, that's an anvil. That's a minecart you might be missing.
Oh, good
As
tech.
He does tech off the block. Maybe saves him for a second, but this is going to need to be a near perfect stock, and that's the one option you can't go for. Get up attack works, roll up works, but you can't go high, as the Byleth will take game at number 2.
There's some really good games.
And we see the nice tech from the commissioner. But on the other flip side of the coin, we see the great catch. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier about being able to read what your opponent's going to do at the ledge. Because I'm pretty sure the up smash there might also read the roll in. So just doing a very good job of reading basically two of the three options, being able to capitalize.
Yeah, it'll definitely catch, like, because it picks up a little bit. So if he gets the right timing coming off rolling in or a neutral get up, it would probably pick up. But it's tough. I mean, sitting and watching somebody charge a smash when you're on the ledge, it's scary. I feel like it's so easy to do the wrong option.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just like, oh, I always roll in, or like, oh, you're not thinking about the switch up.
Sometimes it pays to be patient in that situation and just like wait.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just a safe option. But now you see Cobalt Guard basically use both of their best characters. I think the Ike is the real question mark in whether that's in his top 3 or the Pokemon trainer. And actually, we're going to get a very limited edition matchup here. We're going to get the Snake into the Mega Man.
They got the same fit on.
The Snake 2-0. The Mega Man is 0-2 himself on Dreamland of all maps. So I don't think the Snake really is susceptible to pineapples as much as the Mega Man might be, but still something you have to think about.
Yeah, it's very vertical from the Mega Man. But the couple times we did see the Mega Man, I'm gonna be honest, I was not impressed. So here against the Snake, I gotta see something different, right? Like, Mega Man's one of those characters in the right hands. You know, the way that his abilities work and just like the tiny bits of knockback that so many of them have, you can string together incredibly nicely, but he is just so difficult to manage at times. Like right there, the leaves are great. They're great at interrupting. They're great at stopping channels. They're great at being like a little interruption when you carry them with you. But also, when you walk into bombs, when it doesn't feel like you have comfortable approach options, I think I would have rather seen the Steve again. I think I would have rather seen
Well, this is what you're getting, Turbo.
Terry. Like,
it doesn't matter what you want. This is what you get. So you cast
that's
about
true.
it.
This is what I get. It's being shoved right in my face as he's been getting nothing but contact so far. He has been just dominating the game for the last like 15 seconds as I'm ragging on the Mega Man as a pick. So what do I know, honestly?
I have been sending him Mega Man videos, and he did say, let me grab the exact quote.
Oh,
Oh, Rocket barely gets in there.
The exact quote from him was, in fact, watch closely tonight.
and here we are
Ooh, the
watching
up tilt
closely.
gets it.
Oh, that hurts.
This is what to watch for. It's gonna be it's using those sticky bombs. It's holding the space, right? Because this matchup, it's just so projectile heavy.
Yes. I'm surprised we're not seeing more projectiles from the Mega Man.
The parry on the initial hit of that up smash. He's flexing.
B4 is behind you, or on top of you,
Oh, good dodge.
beneath you. I don't know, one of the
All
5.
over it. Well done, but knocked into the up smash. That one's
definitely
always painful when you get hit by it.
I wonder if an up B kills there
was
on that
in
top
hand.
platform. A down smash does though.
Down smash with rage
Beautiful.
on top platform on fucking
That was what,
Dreamland.
67%?
Yeah, he was not. Oh, he was not a
Match.
very
This
high
what?
percentage. You just always have to be careful when you're on that top platform on Dreamland on many maps, just because it doesn't take much. I mean, Cobalt Guard with the Isabelle is able to just launch you up with the fishing rod at like 40%. I'm sure on this map.
Certainly feels like it. Like, of course, you know, the edges are incredibly wide.
What?
Ceiling's not as wide as you would always, or as high as you would always think on the Dreamland. So, I mean, now we've come to this final stock.
It's back air.
I was talking smack against the Mega Man, but so far he has been stepping up, holding the space, shutting down a lot of the projectile game that the Snake wants to do.
Oh.
It's having to get in your face. Like the high recovery, it's not doing much, and you know you're not gonna get away with this one, but
At the
might
box.
get away with the next as he uses the
Almost got hit with the box
for a
again.
bit of damage. If he got the gimp off of that, I would have been screaming my head off the entire way home. As now it is just a dance from edge to edge. That up smash won't quite kill, but we're getting close. Especially something off the top platform. I'm gonna be worried. And from Cobalt Guard, I'm thinking I do not want to get close enough for a down smash to land. As that really was the difference maker. Both of them getting hit with an explosion. Both of them flying into the sky. And for what could be our final matchup of the night, it's not going to be the back air quite yet. Holds on to the jump very, very well. Not getting shut down quite yet. Dash attack going to be big as well.
Wow.
And this is that Dreamland moment. Platform's gonna be your best friend if you are the Mega Man so far. Those up smashes just not getting any purchase. That grenade bringing you back up.
Oh, no!
Hurry, and finally, when you're on the top platform, there's nothing to block the bomb. And the Cobalt Guard brings it home in 3-1 fashion as the Snake remains undefeated and the Mega Man goes to 0-3.